Okay, here we have a question that looks like a buying and selling shares question. But in it says Bart buys 4,000 Noiseland Video Arcade shares for $5.05. Calculate the price at which he needs to sell them in order to break even. So the thing that we're looking at here is the break even bit, and it gives us a brokerage and a GST. So because it gives us a brokerage and a GST, we have to go down a slightly different pathway to solve this question. So what you do first, the easiest thing to do first is to write down what your variables are. So I write down B and R because they're the two things that we have to find. B is our buying price, which is 505, and R is our rate as a decimal. So you've got to divide that out. And then we just substitute it into the formula. BE for break even. And then on the bottom line, it's just 1 take 1.1 times by 0.02. Now, just as a matter of kind of a heads-uppy thing, you need to do this bracket bit first, and this bracket bit first, and then work them out and then divide it out. Sometimes your calculator will do it all the way through and it'll be fine. Other times you just need to make sure that the top line's done and then it's divided by the bottom line. Otherwise you will get a number that's a bit funny. So when you do that and divide it out, you'll end up with $5.28. So this number here, $5.28, is the price that I have to rise to break even, which is pretty cool. So it's got to be higher than the purchase price. But what happens if you get a question where it says Lisa buys some shares for $2.84 each? So we've got a price, but then it comes down here and it says calculate the price which she needs to sell them at so she does not make a loss. Okay, that phrase there, does not make a loss, is the same as saying break even. Okay, it's the same as saying what is the break even price. So we look at that, we go, okay, we've got to work out the break even price, and notice that we've got a fixed fee and the GST. We haven't got a dividend rate. Okay, we haven't got a dividend rate, which means that we have to use a different formula to solve this. So let's have a look at what that formula is. It's break even, BE, equals 2.2 times by F, add B divided by N. F is your fixed fee, which is the amount they charge when you buy and sell. B is your buying price, and N is the number of shares. Okay, this doesn't take into account, this takes into account for us the GST automatically, and that's where the 2.2 comes from. Anyway, so let's, once again, we write down what we know. F is the fixed fee, which for us is $200. B is our buying price, which we know is $2.84. And in the question also it tells us that she bought, number of shares she bought, 4,000. So once again, substitute it into the formula. It's good to do this so you don't take shortcuts, and it's good because then the person marking it will be able to see where you've entered the numbers and theoretically that you haven't made a mistake. And the number of shares is 4,000. So once again, the heads up on this one is do the top line first and then divide it by the bottom line. Now most calculators will do that all the way through, so you might just want to go 2.2 times 200, enter, add 2.84, enter, then divide it by 4,000. When you do that, you'll get an answer of $2.95. So the break-even price is $2.95 for these ones. So the trick is you've got to look to see whether it's a fixed fee or whether it's a brokerage fee, and then you choose the appropriate formula.